limitahan mo lang yung pinapadala mo. Kasi ang ayaw mo is yung ubos-ubos biyaya. Ibig sabihin, ikaw gusto mong i-manage yung pera pero yung pamilya mo naman sa Pilipinas ayaw i-manage yung pera at gusto lamang manghingi sa'yo. Ilang OFW na ba ang na-trapped because they want to manage their own money but their family doesn't want to manage your money? Coach, isa akong OFW. Paano nga ba i-manage ang pera ko? Okay. Number one, take the moment. I know nag-OFW ka for more income. So, i-maximize mo yung potential ng income na yan. If you're working abroad, yes, mas malaki yung income mo. And kung nagpapadala ka man sa Pilipinas, mas malaki yung purchasing power ng income na natatanggap mo. Ibig sabihin, mas marami silang matatanggap na pera na pwedeng ipambili. However, limitahan mo lang yung pinapadala mo. Kasi ang ayaw mo is yung ubos-ubos biyaya. Ibig sabihin, ikaw gusto mong i-manage yung pera pero yung pamilya mo naman sa Pilipinas ayaw i-manage yung pera at gusto lamang manghingi sa'yo. Ilang OFW na ba ang na-trapped because they want to manage their own money but their family doesn't want to manage your money? So, ibig sabihin, ang responsibilidad ng pagmamanage ng pera ay nasa iyo. Wala sa pamilya mo, which includes you gotta limit the amount of money that you're sending to your family. Kung sinabi mo na 20K lang ang limit na ipapadala ko dyan, then 20K. Ngayon, kung gusto nila bumili ng sapatos, bumili ng kung ano-ano mang birthday, whatever, damit, then kunin nila yun sa 20K. Magtipid sila, mag-ipon sila, or whatever. Ngayon, kung meron kang excess, meron kang extra, sure, for as long as minsanan and only at the times na sobra-sobra ka. Pero kung hindi ka sobra-sobra at hindi minsanan, wag mong gawin. Learn to say no. That's number one. Manage your money. It is your responsibility, not your family, which includes limit the amount of money that you're sending to your family members. Number two, okay? Lagi ko sinasabi, you gotta learn first before you earn. Anong ibig sabihin yan? After you make money, it is your responsibility to save money. Yes. No? Your responsibility to save money, kung kaya 20% minimum, maitabi mo. You gotta save it. 20% minimum. Now, what do you do to the 70%? Kung kaya mo, or to the 80%, 10% tithes, kung naniniwala ka sa tithes. Personally, naniniwala ko, so I gotta put in tithes. Now, what do you do with the 70%? 50% kung kaya lifestyle mo. No? All necessities, lahat ng mga kailangan na gastusin, lagay mo yan sa 50%. 10% maybe ipanglaro mo, kahit pangwalwal mo, basta 10% lang. Panggastos mo, pangluho, okay lang, basta 10% lamang. The other 10%, it could be saved kung wala kang paggagamitan, or you can use it for your education. Okay? Now, learn first before you earn. Ibig sabihin, do not invest money that you do not know yet. Do not invest money that you are not very knowledgeable about. Okay? So, hindi lang pwede that you are risk managing your investment. It's also important that you study the investment first. Okay? Meron tayong tinatawag na risk-return ratio. Pag-aralan mo muna yon. Meron tayong tinatawag na different kinds of assets at investment risk profile. Pag-aralan mo muna iyon. So, bago ka maglabas ng pera, kailangan naiintindihan mo muna lahat ng bagay bago mo siya pasukin. Kung hindi mo naiintindihan, it's better that you save it. It's better that you save it. Ngayon, kung gusto mo mag-venture sa pagnenegosyo, know that business is also a risk. However, pwede mo siyang simulan basta paunti-unti. Only use money for business that you're willing to lose, especially kung hindi ka pa maalam. Kailangan maalam ka na muna bago mo pasukin iyon. How will I do it? I'll start with a very minimal amount of money. If not, kung kaya mo ngang magsimula sa walang kapital, mas maganda. How do you do it? Consignment or affiliate selling, di ba? Becoming a content creator with a yellow basket, or just do direct sales. Wala kang ilalabas na pera, mangungumisyon ka, kikita ka ng pera, tapos paikutin mo yung mga komisyon na kinita mo. Ngayon, kung kailangan ng kapital, kasi ito ay buy and sell, o kaya maybe e-commerce, for example, edi have a very limited budget, for example, 5,000. Tapos, wag mo nang dagdagan. Kailangan pakitain mo yung 5,000 na yan. Then, just use the money, re-roll it again and again and again and again hanggang lumaki siya. Magkaroon ka ng tinatawag na compounding mass. Okay? From there, doon ka na pwedeng mag-hire ng mga tao, or maybe doon ka na pwede mo nang i-officiate yung negosyo mo, or maybe pwede ka na maging full-time entrepreneur. Pero, again, hindi pwedeng sabak ng sabak. Kailangan na iintindihan mo muna lahat ng pinapasok mo at kailangan managed ang risk. Hindi pwedeng sumusugal. Yan ang wag mong gagawin, ang magsugal. Sana nakatulong sa iyong OFW.